Welcome back to Sugar with Tea, where we sip tea while dishing tea with me, Tony. Today I want to talk to you about acceptance. Accepting your past so that you can mold your future. Stay tuned. Have you ever sat down in silence and thought, maybe if I could go back in time, my life would be different? Or maybe if I hadn't did that one thing, maybe my life would be better? I think that we all may have some regrets when we think back on certain situations that we wish we could change. But I kind of have a different way of looking at things. Regrets they're like an anchor, right? They're holding you back. They're holding you down, feelings of anger and pain, sorrow, and all the what ifs. Those what ifs are holding you back. It's like it's holding you hostage. When you're constantly thinking about the what ifs and if I can go back and change this or change that, then you're not accepting your present state. I think we all do this. We're all guilty of doing this. I myself am. And it took me a while to understand that that's not something that's good for me. And it took even longer to unlearn that type of thinking. And what I found is that the key to getting rid of that type of thinking and changing your mindset is acceptance. You have to accept your past so that you can have forward movement to your future. I think that unfavorable moments in our past leaves a mark on us. It leaves a scar. We have a blemish, so to speak, or at least that's what we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves if we could go back and change this, then maybe this would be better. Or if I had known better at the time, this would not be the outcome. And I don't believe that. I believe that we have a choice. We have choices that we make, and depending on the choice that we make is where our path will lead us. I think that everything happens for a reason. I think that every choice made has a lesson in it. It is time to own your past. Acknowledge that you did your best at that time in your life. Accept that you did not know then what you know now, and that you could only do what you had the knowledge to do at that time in your life. Now, recognize that you've learned from it. You now know better. That was a lesson that you had to learn, and you gained great knowledge from it. And now you can use those tools to do better in the future. Another thing that you should do is recognize that there was a lesson there. Did you learn the lesson? Life lessons have a funny way of circling back around to teach you something again. And it's gonna keep coming back around, the same lesson in a different package, again and again and again, until you get it. Now, I myself had to learn this the hard way. I have been very stubborn in my past, and I have to admit stubborn now to this day. I'm more quick to learn that there is a lesson in every situation that comes your way. Nothing happens by accident. Everything, every person, every place, everything that you experience is for your benefit. Even the bad things, there is a lesson there. You always have a choice, and if you choose the wrong thing and you don't get the lesson, I promise you that lesson will come around again. You don't have to take my word for it. Just think back. Think back. Let's use an example that we can all relate to. How many of you out there have dated the same guy over and over and over again? I'll wait. Huh? Was that you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Yeah, I think we've all done that. It's the same guy. He may look different, he may sound different, he may smell different, but it is the same guy. So, there's a lesson in every situation. There is a lesson in every situation. So acknowledge it, accept it, internalize it, and learn from it. You are going to make mistakes. There's no way around it. You can't lock yourself up in a closet. You can't say, I'm never going to do things again. That's just not realistic. And if you don't make mistakes, you won't learn. Make up your mind that the mistakes you make are tools. They are answers to questions that you didn't have answers to before. It's really just that simple. You cannot change things. You can't go back. You can't say, I'll never do this again, or I'll never do that again. I actually believe that, and this may sound a little strange, but I did tell you that I would sprinkle a little spirituality in this channel. I actually believe that everyone you've ever met who had some significance in your life, whether good or bad, I think that you've met before. I think that we all come to this earth with lessons that we need to learn in order for our spirits to ascend. Did I lose some of y'all? Did some of y'all just turn the channel? It's okay. I truly believe that everyone who comes into our lives of significance has some type of lesson for you to learn. I think that we pre-plan lessons. Yes, I do. I think that we pre-plan lessons. I think that other souls agree to help us learn the lesson, whether their part is good or bad. And I think that if we don't learn the lesson, it will recycle over and over and over again until you get it. That being said, which was a lot, just take your time. Take your time, let it soak in. Let it soak in. That being said, remember, please remember that everything happens for a reason. Those mistakes you made were there to teach you things, and you should always, always appreciate every lesson and every experience that you come across. It's just that simple. I had a hard time accepting that when I was younger. I definitely had a hard time accepting that when I was younger. When I love someone, I love hard, and I expect the same treatment. And a lot of times I just didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. It may have started out good and then flop. A big flop. And I just didn't understand how I could treat someone with love and respect and they don't reciprocate after a certain amount of time. It's really hard to see the bigger picture. It's very hard to see the bigger picture. I now know and I understand that people are hurt when they do things to us that hurt us. They are on their own path and their own journey with their own lessons that they have to learn. And sometimes we turn up as casualties. We are casualties in their life lessons. Again, it's hard to forgive someone when they hurt you. But at this point in my life, like I said, I understand that life beats you down. Life beats you down. We end up with baggage, scars, and some of us overcome them and some of us have a harder time. So next time you sit down and these memories and thoughts come across your mind and you're thinking to yourself, you know, if I had just done this, or if I had just done that, or if I knew this person was that way, or I should have left sooner, or, you know, those thoughts that you're beating yourself down, those thoughts. Just remember that everything that you went through was a ticket to learning how to navigate into your future. You now have a plethora of tools that you can now use to get forward, to move forward in your future. You would not have those tools if you did not experience those things in the past. Accept your past. Accept it. It's a part of your life, and it was needed. It was needed. I mean, look at you now. Look at you now. So please remember that you have to accept your past in order to mold your future. I hope this helps. Until next time, bye.